एक यंगस्टर ने जो भी छोटे थे कि कोई भी उन्होंने वो भी ऐड कर दिया डेट वजह से अपन वाले दिन यू आर शेयर नहीं शेयर नहीं शेयर नहीं यहाँ से भी मैंने अपना भी करना अब 3 सप्ताह भी भिड़ा इनको जगह ठीक शेयर में भी तो आदमी पहले पहले तो सिर्फ मेरे को तो बोलना पड़ेगा हमको मना कर दो एक बार बता दी मुझसे तो तब ऐसे ही करते क्या नहीं पहले फर्स्ट टाइम मेरे को ऊपर से बोलना पड़ता है आज ऊपर से वो बोलने का रहते हैं मिशन मिशन नाम बोल दें अध्यक्ष यहाँ अध्यक्ष यहाँ अध्यक्ष यहाँ रखेंगे साफ तो रखेंगे उधर से आते हैं एक काम करना 4-5 मैं ना बोतल लेनी तो फिर आपको जरूर मन्ना बोल देख के ये फिर बाहर के प्लेट शाक था सरकारी साहब को देखना चाहता है कैसी है पहले कहा करते हैं सामने कोई कहा है अच्छा ये क्या पहले भगवान ने दे रखी है भगवान ने करवाए प्रभु क्या चाहता है वो करा तो है सारा से ये कहता है मैं इस बात मैंने कहा कि लोग घूम घूम के देखे यार हनुमान चालीसा से बढ़िया जल्दी चलता है जाना है फिर आएगा हाईकोर्ट वाले काम नहीं है पता है वैसे में जानता है कि हम ना सकते हैं बार बार कर सकते हैं बैंक वाले तो हमारे सब काटना है हमारे बहन बोले चेयर को गलत सेट किया। थोड़ा खस्ता होगा, देखते नहीं हो वो सेटल्ड इट। चेयर तो थोड़ा सा खिसका होगा, थोड़ा थोड़ा किसने सेटिंग किया? हाँ
My esteemed colleagues on the bench at Jaipur and Jodhpur, Shri Rajendra Prasad, Learned Advocate General, Shri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Shri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association, Jodhpur, Shri Anand Purohit, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association, Jodhpur, Shri Mahendra Shandil, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association, Jaipur, Shri Sandeep Lohadia, President the Jaipur Bar Association, Jaipur, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, members of judicial service and registry, Mrs. Badi Bhandari and other dignified family members, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon we have assembled here not to just bid adieu, but to honor and celebrate the remarkable judicial journey of one of our dignified and outstanding colleague, Honorable Mr. Justice Pankaj Bhandari, who has truly epitomized the ideals of justice, fairness, and humanity throughout his distinguished career, and is laying down the ropes of his office after rendering 24 years of spotless, selfless, and impact-filled services to the judiciary, including 9 years as a judge of this court. I consider it a great privilege to be entrusted with the daunting task of sharing the words of goodwill, best wishes, and the invaluable contribution made by him to the administration of justice. Brother Justice Bhandari was born on 23rd of January 1963 in a well-renowned and illustrious family of Dr. Dhiren Singh Ji Bhandari. His grandfather, late Mr. Justice Daulatmand Bhandari, adorned the office of Chief Justice of Rajasthan High Court. After schooling from St. Xavier's School, Jaipur, he graduated in Commerce from Commerce College in 1983. He thereafter obtained the degree of law from the University of Rajasthan in 1986, securing gold medal, and got himself enrolled as an advocate. From the year 1987, he started practicing in High Court, districts and session courts, service tribunals, consumer court, DRT, railway tribunal, etc., on almost all branches of law. During advocacy, though Brother Justice Bhandari displayed remarkable skill, dedication, devotion, commitment, and diligence, and earned a prominent place in the bar, but with a view to serve the people of the state and to associate himself with the justice delivery system, he answered the call of public service and appeared in the process of recruitment to the Rajasthan Higher Judicial Service, and after being selected therein, he joined as additional district and session judge on 3rd of May 2001. The High Court in due course recognized his remarkable qualities of head and heart, which is evident from the coveted postings offered to him, such as Joint LR, Secretary Law Department, Government of Rajasthan, Registrar Vigilance, Jodhpur, Registrar Supreme Court, and then District Session Judge of Alwar and Udaipur District. Considering his learning proficiency, excellence, commitment to work, and entire service career, his elevation as a judge of this court on 11th of April 2016 was a natural sequel. We can therefore say that he joined his court with wide judicial and administrative experience. To my mind, Brother Justice Bhandari's journey in the field of law has been nothing short of inspiring. Born with a deep sense of purpose and nurtured by an education that combined a sharp intellect with a compassionate heart, he entered the judiciary not just as a professional, but as a custodian of the people's trust. He is very sincere, hardworking, punctual, and a painstaking judge with a keen desire to do complete and real justice. He is revered for his insightful leadership, empathy, and unwavering dedication to justice. He is ordinary in his humility and extraordinary in his approach. He always gives priority to quality in work and dispenses justice with even hands, with significant degree of humanity and understanding of the human nature. He treated all with same standard, without bias or favor, in the discharge of his duties, not only as a judicial officer, but also as a judge of this court. He displayed great zeal, diligence, dedication, devotion, commitment, and had a very pragmatic approach. It is said that a judge must have the grace to hear patiently, to consider diligently, to understand rightly, and to decide justly with a sense of humanity. And I have no hesitation to say that Brother Justice Bhandari, more than that, meets this test. Throughout his judicial career, Brother Justice Bhandari has exhibited patience, open-mindedness, courtesy, firmness, and humility, which are the main attributes of mature judicial temperament. He has never been a judge. He has never been just a judge, but a mentor, a guide, and a source of inspiration for those who have worked alongside him. This apart, he has been kind and generous to the budding lawyers of the bar, who have often found him a patient listener who always encouraged them to question, to learn, to grow, and to maintain the rich traditions and the ideals attached to this noble profession, and render this fullest cooperation to the bench for effective dispensation of justice. He always endeavored to dispense justice to litigating parties as expeditiously as possible. Brother Justice Bhandari's intelligence, competence, and sense of doing justice strictly in accordance with law is well reflected in a series of judgments that he penned down during these years on varied subjects of law, which are supported by sound reasoning and detailed consideration of the aspects of each case. His rulings in landmark cases, particularly in areas like constitutional law, criminal law, arbitration law, tax and service law, family law, women's rights and environmental protection, etc., reflect a rare combination of legal acumen, intellectuality, and brilliant analytical judicial mind. For the sake of brevity and giving the time constraint, I will adumbrate only a few of them. The judgment rendered in the case of Tawfiq Ali versus State of Rajasthan, which exposed the false implication and fabrication of evidence by law enforcement agencies, that stands as a powerful reminder of the judiciary's role as the protector of individuals' liberties, where detailed scrutiny of the evidence led to the acquittal of the appellants and also a direction to initiate action against the erring officials. This decision exemplified his resolve to hold all accountable under the law. In another judgment delivered in the case of Maful versus State of Rajasthan, where dealing with illegal mining and the misuse of Ramana certificates, the court issued transformative directions to curb such practices, mandating weekly reporting of Ravana details to police stations, online submissions to the mining engineers, and to ensure mandatory presence of Ravana certificates during transportation. These directives not only address immediate issues, but also laid the groundwork for systemic reforms in the mining sector. In the case of Devnarayan Sharma versus Ramfood, where the question referred to the bench was whether court fees under the Rajasthan Court Fees and Source Valuation Act 1961 should be calculated based on the value of the main relief or the aggregate value of multiple reliefs sought, it was answered in the terms that the court fee must be paid only on the primary relief of specific performance of the sale deed, excluding ancillary reliefs. In Rajasthan, Prashashanik Seva Parishad versus Union of India, the court considering whether appointments from non-state civil services category to the Indian Administrative Service violated recruitment rules and whether special circumstances justifying appointment should be evaluated by the judiciary. It was held that this decision rests with the state and the central government, emphasizing that stopping non-SCS recruitment stemmed from undue competition rather than legal principles. The court stressed that the recruitment process must conclude promptly to prevent eligible candidates from losing their chance due to age or procedural delays. In a very recent judgment rendered in habeas corpus petition concerning custody of a child, Ankit Kasliwal versus State of Rajasthan, the bench presided over by Brother Justice Bhandari provided clarity on jurisdictional boundaries, holding that family court is the appropriate forum for deciding complex factual disputes, and the High Court in its jurisdiction, which is summary in nature, cannot go into such issues. It was held that the custody with the biological mother could not be misinterpreted as illegal detention. Apart from making a significant contribution and indelible mark on judicial side, Brother Justice Bhandari has always been willing to take responsibilities on administrative sides as well. He was chairman of as many as 17 committees and member in 10 committees. He was a restless striver, eager to ensure and fulfill the task he was assigned with. This institution has been incredibly fortunate to have his wisdom and leadership, especially during challenging times. As the executive chairman of the Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority, Brother Justice Bhandari has championed initiatives that strengthened access to justice for all, especially marginalized communities and weaker sections of the society, aligning seamlessly with the authority's mission. Known for his innovative approach and deep commitment, he has been instrumental in enhancing legal aid frameworks, fostering inclusivity, and ensuring that RALSA remain a pillar of hope and equity in the legal sphere. Under his chairmanship, 4 national Lok Adalats were successfully held in the year 2024, wherein around 7.2 lakh cases pending in district courts and more than 3,000 cases pending in the High Court were disposed of, and an amount of more than 5,100 crores was awarded as compensation in various cases. That apart, various conferences, seminars, workshops, awareness camps, sports events, etc., were successfully organized during his tenure. In continuation of Platinum Jubilee celebration of Rajasthan High Court, a run for legal aid was also organized in February 2024. For marginalized and vulnerable sections of the society, around 34,000 camps were organized benefiting more than 22 lakh persons, and under victim compensation scheme, an amount of rupees approximately 40.77 crores was awarded to the victims. In March 2024, a state-level colloquium on legal aid and social justice, challenges and opportunities in access to justice was also organized in the gracious presence of our Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, now the Chief Justice of India. Recently, on 4th of January 2025, new building of RALSA and mediation centers were also inaugurated by Honorable Mr. Justice B.R. Gavai, Judge Supreme Court of India, and Executive Chairman NALSA, and Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge Supreme Court of India. And the road was named as Vidik Seva Marg, followed by a symposium on prison reforms and open jails in the state of Rajasthan, where certificates were distributed to specially abled children. A remarkable initiative taken in this event was awarding monthly scholarships of 2,500 to 100 specially abled children out of the cost fund. Brother Justice Bhandari's role in streamlining judicial processes and advocating for transparency and efficiency has left an enduring legacy. His journey in the judiciary is not just a career, but a narrative of dedication, brilliance, and compensation woven into fabric of a state's legal history. For the notable, excellent, and distinguished services rendered by him for the development of rule of law and upholding high traditions, the High Court shall always remain grateful to him. We on the bench, and I'm sure the members of the bar would also greatly miss him, his smiling presence in the court, but it shall be etched in our memory. On a personal note, I will also remember his quiet yet profound insights during our discussion, his ability to listen deeply, and his thoughtful advice that invariably struck the right chord. Personally speaking, I would be losing a very trusted colleague. As Brother Justice Bhandari is parting today, it is a moment of both joy and sadness. Sadness stems from parting with our brothers in ropes, while joy is at celebrating his successful fulfillment of the oath of his office. He shall always be in our hearts as a member of this family. I am reminded of the words of Rumi, who in his classical collection of Sufi poetry, Matanavi, wrote, "Goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes, because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation." Before concluding, I would like to convey our sincere thanks and best wishes to the family members of Brother Justice Bhandari, especially his wife, Madam Vidhi Bhandari. A lifetime of togetherness with the man she has stood by in his remarkable journey, being a pillar of strength. And of course, dear Pratik and dear Kriti, the son and the daughter. I am sure now he would be able to spend more quality time with them, and hope that even after retirement, he will continue to work with same commitment and spirit to serve the cause of justice and humanity, and would always be eager to lend his helping hand whenever this institution requires. As Brother Justice Bhandari is stepping into a new chapter of life, I, on behalf of my brother and sister judges of this court, and on my own behalf, and on behalf of the entire legal fraternity of the state, take this opportunity to extend our deepest respect, admiration, and gratitude, and wish him a very happy, healthy, and long life filled with joys and opportunities so richly he deserves. May this time bring him peace, fulfillment, and the chance to pursue the passions and interests that the demands of this assignment may have kept at bay. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice Sri M.M. Srivastava Sahib and Honorable Judges of Rajasthan High Court and Honorable former judges, Sri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Sri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association Jodhpur, Sri Anand Purohit, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association Jodhpur, Sri Mahendra Sandil, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association, Sri Sandeep Lohadia, President the Jaipur Bar Association, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, officers of the registry and staff, Srimati Vidhi Bhandari ji, Bhai Sahab Abhay ji, Ajit ji, and other respected family members of Justice Pankaj Bhandari, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as the sun sets on an illustrious chapter of service to the judicial system of the state, we gather to honor and bid farewell to an exceptional jurist and human being, Honorable Mr. Justice Pankaj Bhandari, whose wisdom and grace have illuminated the hallowed halls of this Rajasthan High Court. True to his name and surname, he rose above any biases, fears, and favors like Pankaj, that is lotus, and possessed and remained a keeper of varied experiences and knowledge like a true Bhandari. As my Lord Chief Justice has told, As my Lord Chief Justice has told, having previously worked as an advocate, district judge, officer in law department of the state, Registrar Vigilance in this court and Registrar in Supreme Court of India, and heading various committees and being the executive chairman of RALSA. While serving as a judge of this honorable court, he gained experience and knowledge in all branches of application of law, judicial, administrative, legislative, and community service. This led him to have a confluence of practical wisdom which must have helped him to great extent in serving the cause of justice. As we all know, the benchmark of my lord since the beginning of the journey he embarked upon was already placed very high. He belonged to an eminent legal family of the city and was the grandson of a freedom fighter, legislator, a legendary judge and chief justice, and also the nephew of two doyens of this bar. I am told that before my lord joined the judicial service, his grandfather made him to take an oath, which he always kept on his table and reminded himself of it every day. I don't know what exactly is written in it, but I firmly believe that it is certainly different from the constitutional oath and must spell out what a judge ought to be. Having seen my lord delivering justice, there is no doubt that the oath has always been fulfilled. And as the poet Robert Frost would have said, my lord kept the promises, irrespective of the woods being lovely, dark, and deep. Having worked in original jurisdiction as district judge, my lord gained first-hand understanding of complex human behavior, every day having confronted directly with litigants, their problems and their behavioral patterns. With this treasure of vast experience and knowledge of law, your lordships, while deciding cases in this honorable court, was not merely interpreting laws, but took the task of rendering justice as a sacred calling. With every verdict, my lord wove together the threads of fairness, patience, compassion, and courage, creating a tapestry of truth that will adorn the annals of this court for years to come. The myriad of judgments rendered by my lord on various subjects are true testimony to the aforesaid qualities, legal acumen, and depth of knowledge. The directions in the case of Dharmendra Suman to the effect that a prosecutrix who is rape victim and a child also cannot be returned without recording of statements in absence of medical certification, and the reasons assigned for this truly reflects his compassion and sensitivity. Similarly, in criminal reference, due to conflict of opinion on the issue as to whether a victim shall have to be made party in all bail applications, my lord authored the judgment and clearly balanced the constitutional rights of both the victim and the accused, and held that the declaration of rights to participate in favor of victim in Jagdish Singh's case is not meant to replace the state as the prosecuting agency. This clearly ensures fairness to both the sides. Further, the judgment of acquittal in death reference in cases relating to Jaipur bomb blast required courage. Simply for the sensationality of the subject, my lords clearly reflected the zeal to judge on the basis of material available before the court and the application of law without being influenced by possible public opinion. My lord presided with the wisdom of a scholar, the calmness of a sage, and the heart of true seekers of justice, which every one of us could see while appearing before your lordship. I had personally felt this when my lord heard us with patience and attention for days together during summer vacation through video conferencing amidst the pandemic, when the threat of COVID-19 had been looming over all lives, and decided the constitutional validity of certain provisions of Rajasthan Municipalities Act. Under your steady hands, the courtroom became more than a chamber of decisions. It became a sanctuary for the voiceless, a beacon of hope for the marginalized, and a forum where justice found its truest expression. This task has been taken to a completely different level when your lordship served as the executive chairman of RALSA. In less than 1 year, your lordship ensured holding of 34,000 camps of legal aid activities for the marginalized and vulnerable section of society. A few days ago, I myself witnessed the kindness of your lordship's heart in court. In a habeas corpus petition filed by the father of a minor girl child, the corpus was presented before the court. The minor girl gave birth to a child who also accompanied her. The girl insisted on going with her parents, but the father who filed the petition flatly refused to accept her. Pained with the likely consequences of such refusal, Milo tried to persuade the father in many ways and finally said, अगर बच्ची से गलती हुई है तो क्या ऐसी सूरत में भी उसे माफ नहीं करोगे? When he refused, the reaction was, इस समाज को क्या हो रहा है? And everyone sitting there saw the pain in my lord's eyes. Beyond the bench, he has been a guiding light to the bar, a mentor to young minds, and champion of reforms. This is reflected from your lordship's contribution to the field of legal aid, literacy, and awareness. Your lordship's efforts in the field of mediation and lok adalat are great. The efforts of sensitization of the society towards the issues and challenges of especially abled children are unmatched. Organizing sporting activities, giving them due respect on the previous Independence Day, and making provision for monthly scholarships out of the cost fund of RALSA are only a few instances of encouragement and care to them. Your Lordship has shown us strength of a judge lies not only in his intellect, but his ability to inspire, uplift, and lead with dignity. On the very first posting as a district judge, at a place which had long history of record suspension of work by the bar, for all possible causes, the way your lordship tamed the tendency and became beloved of the bar is only one instance to mention. Further, your lordship's care and concern for the supporting staff is also reflected from the fact that you proposed and persuaded the Honorable Supreme Court to accept granting of a weekly rest to the chauffeurs and assignment of duties by rotation. As part of the building committee, your lordship cared for the inconvenience to the advocates, litigants, and other visiting the court in all seasons and ensured that the corridors of this building are covered and cool in the summers and warm in the winters. Notably, your lordship's concerns also extended beyond humans. The instance of saving the habitat of parrots in District Judge's bungalow at Jodhpur, which your lordship christened as parrots interest litigation, speaks volumes about tenderness of your lordship's heart. As your lordship lays down the mantle of office and steps away from the bench, the innovative ideas and efforts of your lordship will continue to touch our lives for times to come. Your wisdom and experience will continue to illuminate the legal fraternity and society in countless ways. My acquaintance with Bhandari Sahab has been 4 decades long. As we started our journey in the legal profession almost at the same time. In my opinion, he always maintained his wit, humor, and youthfulness against all odds and vicissitudes of life. To me, his philosophy seems to be, मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र तो धुएं में. Your Lordship, may this new chapter of your life be as enriching as one you leave behind. May you find time for the pursuits you love and the moments you cherish. As we bid farewell, we do so not with sadness, but with reverence and admiration. For though your footstep may no longer echo in these halls, your legacy will forever light their way. जब आज दोपहर को मैंने आपको हर दिल अजीज कहा, तो उसके प्रमाण की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है. जयपुर और जोधपुर में मौजूद ये सब चाहने वाले लोग और बाहर भी बैठे लोग इस बात के पुख्ता प्रमाण हैं. I on my behalf, on behalf of the government of Rajasthan and on behalf of my fellow law officers, bid a warm and affectionate farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Pankaj Bhandari. Thank you.
माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधिपति श्री मनेंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव एवं माननीय न्यायाधिपति राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय श्री राजेंद्र प्रसाद महाधिवक्ता राजस्थान सरकार, समस्त अतिरिक्त महाधिवक्ता राजस्थान सरकार, श्री आनंद पुरोहित, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री रत्नाराम ठोलिया, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र सैंडल्य, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, श्री संदीप लोहाड़िया, अध्यक्ष द बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्तागण, रजिस्ट्री के सदस्यगण एवं न्यायिक अधिकारीगण, अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों के पीठासीन अधिकारी, बार के सम्मानित सदस्यगण एवं देवी और सज्जनों, आज हम न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी जी के सेवानिवृत्ति के अवसर पर एकत्रित हुए हैं। यह एक महत्वपूर्ण पल है जिसमें हमें आपकी विशिष्ट सेवाओं और न्यायपालिका में आपके अमूल्य योगदान का पुनः स्मरण करने का सुनहरा अवसर मिला है। मैं बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान के अध्यक्ष के रूप में इस समारोह का हिस्सा बनने पर गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहा हूँ। आज हम विधि जगत की एक ऐसी शख्सियत की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका का पुनः स्मरण कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने न केवल न्यायपालिका में अपनी सेवाएं दी बल्कि न्याय के क्षेत्र में एक नए युग की शुरुआत की। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति जी पंकज भंडारी साहब का जन्म 23 जनवरी 63 को हुआ। यह एक अद्वितीय संयोग है कि इस दिन ही महान स्वतंत्रता सेनानी नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस का भी जन्म हुआ। आपको भी न्यायपालिका के लिए महान कहा जाए तो कोई अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगी। आपने स्कूली शिक्षा में वर्ष 1981 में सेंट जेवियर स्कूल से प्रारंभ करते हुए 1983 में बीकॉम की डिग्री कॉमर्शियल कॉलेज से की एवं वर्ष 1986 में कानून की पढ़ाई स्वर्ण पदक से प्राप्त किया। तत्पश्चात आपने 1987 से 2001 तक सफल अधिवक्ता के रूप में अपना योगदान दिया। वर्ष 2001 में माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी जी का चयन राष्ट्र उच्च न्यायिक सेवा में अतिरिक्त जिला न्यायाधीश के रूप में हुआ। वर्ष 2001 से 16 तक जिला न्यायपालिका में आपने विभिन्न न्यायिक पदों पर सेवाएं दी। आप राजस्थान सरकार के विधि विभाग के सचिव के पद पर भी रहे। 11 अप्रैल 2016 को आपने माननीय राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में न्यायाधिपति के रूप में आसीन हुए। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज जी भंडारी जी की विद्वान और न्यायप्रिय प्रकृति ने न्यायपालिका में आपकी सेवाओं को विशिष्ट बनाया। आपके निर्णयों में न्याय की भावना और कानून के प्रति गहरी समझ हमेशा ही परिलक्षित होती आई है। आपकी सेवाएं न केवल न्यायपालिका के लिए बल्कि समाज के लिए भी एक मिसाल है, जिससे न केवल अधिवक्तागण एवं न्यायिक अधिकारी बल्कि कानून के विद्यार्थी एवं सामान्य जन भी प्रेरणा ले सकते हैं। आपकी न्यायिक सेवाओं के दौरान आपने न केवल न्याय के सिद्धांतों को बनाए रखा बल्कि न्यायपालिका की गरिमा को भी बढ़ाया। आपकी न्यायिक विशेषज्ञता और न्याय के प्रति प्रतिबद्धता ने आपको न्यायपालिका के लिए एक आदर्श व्यक्ति बनाया। मेरा भी व्यक्तिगत रूप से माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब से विशेष लगाव रहा है। अब राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय की बिल्डिंग कमेटी में चेयरमैन थे, तब मैं राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय भाषण के अध्यक्ष पद पर था। उस समय मैंने देखा कि अधिवक्ताओं की समस्याओं के निराकरण के लिए आप हमेशा तत्पर रहते थे। मैंने अधिवक्ताओं के हितों के लिए भंडारी साहब से चैम्बर, पार्किंग, बिल्डिंग में चारों ओर कांच के कवर लगाने की आदि मांगे रखी और भंडारी साहब ने उन समस्याओं को निराकरण में तुरंत गति से उनका निराकरण करवाया। मेरी कई बार भंडारी साहब से बार संघ के कार्यों को लेकर नोकझोंक भी होती रहती थी, लेकिन उन्होंने हमेशा बड़े भाई की तरह व्यवहार किया और कभी भी नाराज नहीं हुए। आपके समक्ष जब भी हम किसी अधिवक्ता की व्यक्तिगत समस्या को लेकर उपस्थित हुए, आपने हमेशा अधिवक्ता समुदाय की मदद की। आपने इस संस्था को अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान देते हुए बार और बेंच के रिश्तों की हमेशा इज्जत की। वास्तव में आप एक महान व्यक्तित्व के धनी हैं और आपको महान न्यायाधीश के रूप में जाना जाएगा। यह सच है कि हम आज माननीय न्यायमूर्ति पंकज जी भंडारी के सेवानिवृत्ति के अवसर पर एकत्र हुए, लेकिन यह एक अंत नहीं है बल्कि एक नई शुरुआत है। मैं आशा करता हूं कि आपका अनुभव और ज्ञान भविष्य की पीढ़ियों के लिए एक प्रेरणा स्रोत बनेगा। इस अवसर पर मैं राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय की सभी अधिवक्ताओं और माननीय न्यायाधीशगणों को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने इस समारोह का सफल बनाने में अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया। मैं माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब जी को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने हमें अपनी सेवाओं से गौरवान्वित किया। आप अपनी सेवानिवृत्ति को खुद देख सकते हो, इससे आपके व्यवहार और आपके अच्छे जज का पता चलता है। इतने अधिवक्ता वर्षों बाद इस हॉल में नजर आए हैं। अंत में मैं माननीय न्यायमूर्ति पंकज भंडारी साहब को उनके उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि वे अपने ज्ञान और अनुभव का उपयोग पूर्व की भांति समाज के लिए सदैव करते रहेंगे।
माननीय मुख्य न्यायपति श्री मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव साहब, माननीय न्यायपति श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब, राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के सभी न्यायाधीश महोदय, श्री राजेंद्र जी प्रसाद, महाधिवक्ता राजस्थान सरकार, श्री भुवनेश शर्मा, चेयरमैन बार काउंसिल राजस्थान, श्री आनंद जी पुरोहित, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान लॉयर्स हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र जी शांडिल्य, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, संदीप जी लोहाड़िया, अध्यक्ष श्री बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्तागण, उच्च न्यायालय के रजिस्ट्री के अधिकारीगण, अधीनस्थ न्यायालय के पीठासीन अधिकारीगण, उपस्थित सभी हमारे सम्मानीय अधिवक्ता बंधु, आज न्यायालय कक्ष और उच्च न्यायालय के अधिक गलियारे में बोझिल वाष्प तथा उदासी की बिनी बिनी महक सर्वत्र व्याप्त है। आज माननीय न्यायाधिपति श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब संवैधानिक परंपराओं के अनुरूप अपने संवैधानिक दायित्वों से मुक्त हो रहे हैं और इस अवसर पर हम सभी यहाँ उन्हें विदाई देने हेतु एकत्रित हुए हैं। विदाई के पल स्वतः ही वातावरण को गंभीर बना देते हैं और इसका स्वाभाविक असर हर प्रकार से यहाँ प्रतिबिंबित हो रहा है। यद्यपि माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब का व्यक्तित्व किसी परिचय का मोहताज नहीं है, तथापि आपके लगभग 4 दशक के गौरवपूर्ण न्यायिक काल पर प्रकाश डालना मैं आवश्यक समझता हूँ। आपने स्नातक की शिक्षा प्राप्त करने के पश्चात विधि स्नातक की शिक्षा गोल्ड मेडल के साथ वर्ष 1986 में राजस्थान विश्वविद्यालय से प्राप्त की। वर्ष 1987 से 2001 तक आपने राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में विधि व्यवसाय किया। एक अधिवक्ता के तौर पर आप चिकित्सा, स्वास्थ्य एवं वन विभाग के अधिवक्ता के तौर पर सेवाएं प्रदान की। आपने जिला एवं सेशन न्यायालय, सर्विस ट्रिब्यूनल, उपभोक्ता न्यायालय, डीआरटी व रेलवे ट्रिब्यूनल में भी अपनी पैरवी की। वर्ष 2001 में आपका चयन राजस्थान न्यायिक सेवा में हुआ एवं आप एडीजे अजमेर, जोधपुर, चित्तौड़गढ़ व जेटीएलआर विधि विभाग जयपुर सफलतापूर्वक कार्य किया एवं उसके पश्चात माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब अलवर एवं उदयपुर में जिला न्याय सत्र न्यायाधीश के पद पर भी सुशोभित रहे। राजस्थान न्यायिक सेवा में रहते हुए आपने कई स्थानों पर जिला एवं सत्र न्यायाधीश के रूप में कार्य किया एवं अनेक महत्वपूर्ण मुकदमा का निस्तारण करते हुए पक्षकारों को लाभान्वित किया। आपने राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय जोधपुर में रजिस्ट्रार विजिलेंस के पद पर भी कार्य किया। इस पद पर रहते हुए समय समय पर उच्च न्यायालय के प्रशासन कार्य में सफलतापूर्वक भागीदारी निभाकर आपने अपने अच्छे व्यक्तित्व का परिचय दिया। माननीय न्यायाधीश विधि विभाग राजस्थान सरकार में सचिव पद पर कार्यरत रहे। माननीय भंडारी साहब सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में रजिस्ट्रार पद के पर भी आसीन रहे। दिनांक 11 अप्रैल 2016 को माननीय उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधिपति के रूप में नियुक्त हुए और लगभग 9 वर्ष की अवधि तक न्यायाधिपति रहते हुए कई महत्वपूर्ण प्रकरणों में निर्णय पारित किए। श्रीमान ने दीवानी, फौजदारी तथा राजस्व मामले में कई महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय दिए जो कई न्यायिक पत्रिकाओं में प्रकाशित हो चुके हैं। श्रीमान एक मृदुभाषी, मिलनसार, हसमुख स्वभाव और सहज व्यक्तित्व के धनी हैं। आप संपूर्ण व न्यायिक सेवा काल के दौरान श्रीमान के संबंध अधिवक्ताओं से सदैव मधुर रहे हैं और श्रीमान ने युवा अधिवक्ताओं को हमेशा बहस करने के लिए प्रेरित किया है। न्यायाधिपति काल में श्रीमान ने अपने न्यायिक दायित्वों का वहन संवैधानिक परंपराओं के अनुरूप एवं न्यायिक परंपराओं की अक्षर पालना करते हुए किया। न्यायालय की गरिमा को श्रीमान ने सदैव सर्वोपरि माना। कल श्रीमान न्यायाधिपति पद पर आसीन रहे या न रहे, किंतु श्रीमान का व्यक्तित्व एवं उनका व्यवहार अधिवक्ताओं के लिए चिर विस्मरणीय रहेगा तथा अधिवक्ता समुदाय के लिए आपके साथ गुजारे गए क्षण हमेशा प्रेरणादायक साबित होंगे। श्रीमान अपने संवैधानिक दायित्वों से मुक्त हो रहे हैं, किंतु आपका स्नेह और आपकी प्रेरणा हमेशा मिलती रहेगी। मैं अपनी ओर से तथा राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर की ओर से माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री पंकज भंडारी साहब एवं उनके परिजनों के लिए उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूं और आने वाले समय श्रीमान के लिए मंगलमय, सुखदायी और प्रगतिशील हो, ऐसी कामना करता हूं।
Honorable Chief Justice Sri Bhandari Srivastava ji, Master of this farewell ceremony, Honorable Justice Pankaj Bhandari Sahab, Advocate General Sri Rajendra Prasad ji, Sri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Sri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocate Association, Sri Mahendra ji Shandalia, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association, Sri Sandeep ji, President Rajasthan Bar Association, learned senior advocate, officer of the judiciary, learned members of the bar. We have assembled here to bid warm and affectionate farewell to Honorable Justice Pankaj Bhandari upon his superannuation from the illustrious career. Justice Bhandari was a great jurist and exceptional integrity with the profound wisdom. On behalf of the Rajasthan High Court Association Principal Seat Jodhpur, it is both of my honor to privilege to extend my heartfelt gratitude to best wishes to all honorables. Justice Bhandari, born in 23rd January 1963 and is completed his schooling from the St. Xavier School, Jaipur in 1981 and graduated in BCom, and thereafter he obtained his LLB degree from the Rajasthan University in the year 1986, though with the gold medal. After obtaining the law degree, practiced before the Rajasthan High Court and District and Sessions Judge, RAT, Consumer Court, DRTA, Railway Tribunal, remain at Council of Medical Health and Forest Department. The life sketch of Justice Bhandari show the height which is ordinary a man which is humble beginning can be attained only hard working and diligence. Born with the intense sense of responsibility and thirst for the knowledge, Justice Bhandari earned recognition early in his legal career. His ability of the decide complex legal issue and compel his unwavering the commitment to the equality and fairness show him a raise a thought of the rank of his admirable and grace and get elevated to bench. His lordship brought with him a sense of purpose and deep understanding of the societal and implication of judicial pronouncement. Justice Bhandari had a distinguished tenure marked by the fairness, clarity of the thought and commitment to the upholding the rule of the law. His lordship journey is the judiciary is a one on the inspire awe, a respect beginning with an illustrious career as a lawyer and culminating a legacy of the judgment that will be served as a beacon for the generation of to come. His interpretation of the law have been remarked as a fine balance and technical precision and human compassion embodying to every essence of the justice. Justice Bhandari served the legal profession from the year 1987 to 2001. Thereafter, in the year 2001, he joined the prestigious Rajasthan High Judicial Service. In his noteworthy journey, he remained posted as additional judge, session judge, Ajmer, Jodhpur Metro, Chittorgarh, Joint LR Department, Jaipur Registrar, Vigilance, Jaipur Rajasthan High Court Registrar, Supreme Court Registrar, New Delhi, and Session Judge Alwar and Udaipur. Justice Bhandari was known his generous manner, simplicity as generosity, and punctuality as a RJS officer. I have no hesitation to saying that the mannerism and objectivity with which he was hearing and deciding the matter, and him a popular judge whenever he remained posted before the elevated in the bench. The High Court in 11, he elevated in High Court 11th April 2016. His tenure as a judge of the Rajasthan High Court truly memorable and very well known. The clarity, thought, and expression and is indispensable and requirement of the judicial craftsmanship. And Justice Bhandari had it in him a empty his judgment as well as the extrajudicial alternates are closely resonance and testily written in the have a multiple dimension. Justice Bhandari tenure had left unindelible imprint on the various fields of the law. The punctuality are era as a constitutional law, criminal jurisprudence, administrative law, his lordship judgment have been lauded not only at their legal rigor but also as their sensitivity of the evolving the needs of society time and again. He had demonstrated that justice is not merely the concept of but a living force that must be adapted to the complexity of the modern life. Beyond the courtroom, Justice Bhandari had been a mentor and guide to the legal fraternity and particularly the young lawyer. As we bid farewell to Justice Bhandari, we celebrate not just a illustrious career but also value he has upheld and imparted his lordship commitment to the justice, fairness, and height of the standard of the judicial conduct will continue to inspire us while we will miss his presence in the bench. We are confident that the contribution of the legal profession will be endured, guiding us in the years to come. Today, we have a logically culminating of a distinguished, satisfying the judicial career devoted to the justice, dispensing a superannuation, remark as a end of the working for the someone else, and the beginning of the living for yourself. While bidding farewell, Mr. Justice Pankaj Bhandari, I, on my behalf and behalf of the Rajasthan High Court, Lawyers Association in Jodhpur, wish you a good and best health and happiness throughout the life. Before ending, I am mentioning the share of the Seen Kaf Nizam. वेदाए दोस्त पर रोता हूं तो हंसते हैं लोग. वेदाए मीन्स रिटायरिंग. वेदाए दोस्त पर रोता हूं तो हंसते हैं लोग. बाहर चमन से आकर चली जाए तो किसको गम ना होता है.
Honorable Chief Justice M.M. Srivastava Sahib, Honorable Justice Pankaj Bhandari ji, and all Honorable Judges of Jaipur and Jodhpur. Shri Rajendra Prasad ji, Advocate General State of Rajasthan. Shri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman, Bar Council of Rajasthan. Shri Ratnaram Tholia, President, Rajasthan High Court, Advocate Association Jodhpur. Shri Anand Purohit, President, Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association. Shri Sandeep Luhadia, President, the Bar Association Jaipur. Members of Bar, members of family members of Justice Bhandari Sahib, members of Registry. Today we all have assembled here to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Pankaj Bhandari Sahib on completion of his journey being judge. Farewell occasions are meant to share honor some thoughts on meaningful judicial theories. Appreciate Justice Pankaj Bhandari's career, share words of goodwill, best wishes, and express gratitude to his lordship on behalf of the members of the bar who desire to say something on the steadiness, humility, integrity, hardworking, fairness, and uprightness of his lordship. Though his patience, his sound knowledge of law, and fairness in conduct of cases, the trust that people repose in our judicial system has been greatly enhanced. His lordship always has been justice of masses and beliefs. Every lawyer who appeared before your lordship always felt at home, never felt uneasy. Although it makes us sad to see you leave, the cherishable moments and memories of working with you will always remain with each and every one of us. With a heavy and grateful heart, we wish you good luck with your coming new positions and hope you will also remember us and your time here as part of good memories. I, on my behalf and on behalf of members of RSCBA, wishing His Lordship and respected Ma'am Bhandari, Mrs. Bhandari, happiness, peace, and good health. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that never ends. May our life's passing seasons brings the best to you and your loved ones. Just before this reference, a youngster has shared Fred Roosevelt's quote for my lords. As previous speakers are saying, you are leaving, you are leaving. Tenure of justice is end. Often when you think you are at the end of something, you are at the beginning of something else.
माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधिपति श्रीमान MM श्रीवास्तव साहब, उपस्थित माननीय न्यायाधिपतिगण, राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय जयपुर बेंच, जोधपुर बेंच, श्रीमान राजेंद्र प्रसाद जी, एडवोकेट जनरल राजस्थान, श्री भुवनेश शर्मा जी, चेयरमैन बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान, श्री रत्नाराम जी ठोलिया, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, आनंद पुरोहित जी, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र शांडिल्य जी, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, रजिस्ट्री के सदस्यगण, बार एसोसिएशन के समस्त उपस्थित सदस्यगण, परिवार के जन, आज यह अवसर हमारे लिए अत्यंत भावुक और गर्वपूर्ण है कि माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी जी अपने 25 वर्षों की न्यायिक सेवा, जिसमें वर्ष 2001 से 2016 तक अधिष्ठित न्यायालय व वर्ष 2016 से 2025 तक राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में पूर्ण कर अपने न्यायिक सेवा से विदाई ले रहे हैं। माननीय पंकज भंडारी जी का जन्म दिनांक 23/1/1963 को हुआ था। आपने अपने स्कूल की शिक्षा सेंट जेवियर्स स्कूल जयपुर में वर्ष 1981 में पूर्ण की। तत्पश्चात बीकॉम की डिग्री सन 1983 में कॉमर्स कॉलेज राजस्थान विश्वविद्यालय से करने के पश्चात LLB लॉ कॉलेज राजस्थान विश्वविद्यालय से वर्ष 1986 में पूर्ण की, जिसमें आप गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट रहे। तत्पश्चात आपने वर्ष 1987 से नियमित रूप से वकालत राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय जयपुर पीठ में प्रारंभ की। राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में आप मेडिकल, हेल्थ, फॉरेस्ट इत्यादि विभागों की अधिवक्ता रहे। आप जिला एवं सत्र न्यायालय, सर्विस ट्रिब्यूनल, DRT, रेलवे ट्रिब्यूनल आदि में अपने पक्षकारों की ओर से वकालत की। तत्पश्चात वर्ष 2000 में आपका राजस्थान उच्च न्यायिक सेवा में चयन हुआ, जिसके पश्चात आप अपर जिला एवं सत्र न्यायाधीश अजमेर, जोधपुर, चित्तौड़गढ़ के पद पर अपने कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन करते हुए अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान की। तत्पश्चात आप JTLR जयपुर के पद पर पदस्थापित रहे। उसके पश्चात आपको प्रिंसिपल DJ के पद पर पदोन्नति मिली। वह आपने अलवर शहर के प्रिंसिपल DJ के रूप में अपने न्यायिक कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन किया। वह उसके पश्चात आप सेक्रेटरी लॉ डिपार्टमेंट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ राजस्थान जयपुर, रजिस्ट्रार विजिलेंस राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट जोधपुर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट रजिस्ट्रार व जिला न्यायाधीश उदयपुर के पद पर न्यायिक सेवा दी। आपकी उत्कृष्ट सेवा को देखते हुए दिनांक 11/4/2016 को आप राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधिपति के रूप में मनोनीत हुए। आपका न्यायिक सेवा काल पूर्ण कर्तव्यनिष्ठा, ईमानदारी एवं सादगीपूर्ण रहा। आपने विधि जगत की सेवा के साथ साथ आम व्यक्ति की सेवा का भाव भी रखा। आप जयपुर महानगर प्रथम के गार्जियन जज भी रहे। आप अत्यंत मृदुभाषी एवं मिलनसार व्यक्तित्व के धनी रहे। आपने हमेशा बार और बेंच के संबंध मधुर बने रहे, उस संबंध में बने रहे, उसके लिए महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई, जो सदैव विस्मरणीय रहेगी। गार्जियन जज के तौर पर आपने जयपुर महानगर प्रथम के न्यायालय परिसर में अधिवक्ता गण, न्यायिक अधिकारी गण व पक्षकारों की सुविधा के लिए विभिन्न सुधार किए। वह सदैव न्यायिक कार्य के लिए सौहार्दपूर्ण वातावरण बनाने के लिए प्रयास रहे। आपने अलवर जिला एवं सत्र न्यायाधीश के पद पर रहते हुए प्रिंसिपल जज थे, जब आप एक नई परंपरा की शुरुआत करते हुए नए अधिवक्ताओं को कोर्ट कमिश्नर नियुक्त कर नए अधिवक्ताओं को प्रोत्साहित किया, जिससे नए अधिवक्ताओं को न्यायिक कार्यों का उत्कृष्ट ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ। फिर साथ ही नए अधिवक्ताओं को नियमित रूप से वकालत के पेशे के लिए कोर्ट आने का नया ऊर्जा भाव उत्पन्न हुआ। साथ ही उनको आर्थिक रूप से भी संबल प्राप्त हुआ। आपने राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के तौर पर एक ऐसा लैंडमार्क जजमेंट दिया, जिसमें एक निर्दोष पति, जिसको अपनी पत्नी की झूठी हत्या के मामले में निर्दोष होते हुए भी 12 साल तक न्यायिक हिरासत में रहने के बाद न्यायिक निर्णय द्वारा बरी किया गया, उक्त व्यक्ति के बाबत झूठी शिकायत कर उसके परिवार के जीवन के बहुमूल्य 12 वर्षों को खराब करने के लिए जिम्मेदार पक्षकार राजस्थान सरकार शास्त्रीय आरोपित कर दंडित किया। उक्त निर्दोष व्यक्ति को बिना किसी अपराध की जिंदगी के बहुमूल्य 12 वर्ष कारागार में रहने के हर्जाने के तौर पर 25 लाख रुपए की राशि 3 माह में प्रदान करने के आदेश दिए, जिससे न्यायिक जगत व आमजन में यह मैसेज गया कि किसी के विरुद्ध झूठी शिकायत करवाए जाने पर भी उसे भी दंडित किया जा सकता है। आप माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेशानुसार राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों में लंबे समय से लंबित प्रकरणों के शीघ्र निस्तारण के लिए टारगेट केसेस स्कीम में राजस्थान के प्रभारी रहे। वह इस प्रकार इसके नाते आपने समस्त अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों के न्यायाधीशों से कोऑर्डिनेट करते हुए लाखों मुकदमे अपने सुपरविजन में रखते हुए निस्तारित करवाए, जिससे राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय का अधीनस्थ न्यायालय में पुरानी पेंडिंग चल रहे मुकदमों की शीघ्र सुनवाई हुई और सभी मुकदमे निस्तारित हुए, जिससे पक्षकार को बहुत ज्यादा फायदा मिला। आज आपके इस विदाई समारोह का अवसर हमारे लिए अत्यंत भावुक और गर्वपूर्ण है। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री पंकज भंडारी जी, आपने न्यायिक सेवा के विदाई के इस क्षण में हम सब आपकी अतुलनीय सेवा योगदान के प्रति अपनी गहरी कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करते हैं। आपने अपने सेवा काल के दौरान विभिन्न न्यायालयों को अपनी बुद्धिमत्ता, निष्पक्षता और संवेदनशीलता से समृद्ध किया है। आपने अपनी न्यायिक सेवा के दौरान कई न्यायिक दृष्टांत पारित किए हैं। आप द्वारा अपनी सेवा काल के दौरान न्यायपालिका अधिवक्तागण व पक्षकारों के लिए दी गई गरिमापूर्ण सेवाएं प्रदान की है, जिसके लिए आप सदैव याद किए जाएंगे। वह आपके द्वारा किए गए न्याय निर्णयों से आने वाली न्यायिक जगत की पीढ़ियां सदैव प्रेरणा लेती रहेगी। हम आशा करते हैं आपके न्यायिक सेवा के लंबे अनुभव का हम आगे भविष्य में भी किसी न किसी रूप में लाभ व मार्गदर्शन मिलता रहेगा। मैं दी बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर की ओर से आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूँ। आज समय पे आया है केवल आपके खातिर कि रास्ता पूरा साफ मिला, नहीं तो क्या है, ये लगता था कि सब लोग मुझे देखते थे 1 मिनट लेट आता था आ जाए, लेकिन ट्रैफिक कम मिला अंदर इतनी भीड़ देख के जो अच्छा लगा।
Honorable the Chief Justice of Rajasthan, Brother Manendra Srivastav sir, sister, brother judges and bhabis at Jodhpur and Jaipur, retired judges whom I'll be joining in a while, learned Advocate General, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Presidents, Secretaries and Office Bearers of Rajasthan High Court and District Court Bar Associations at Jodhpur and Jaipur, senior advocates, members of the bar, budding lawyers, officers of the registry, officers of district judiciary, entire staff of Rajasthan High Court and district courts, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply moved and overwhelmed by the warm and kind words of Honorable the Chief Justice and respected speakers. I bestow all the praises and compliments to my gurus, my grandfather, my uncles Abhay Kumar Bhandari, Ajit Bhandari, and all those who have made it possible for me to find place in your hearts. But to point out your mistakes and shortcomings, you ought to keep someone very close to you. There is a famous couplet by Sant Kalidas, and I'm quoting only a part of it. Nindak niyare rakhiye. My better half, Vidhi, was ingeniously performing this role. And at times I had to tell her, this probably is our first life together. You will get many more to mend me. As far as legal knowledge is concerned, there is no parallel to Srivastava Sahab, our captain. He is admired by all for giving patient hearing. He is very kind and considerate, and I'm grateful to him for giving me the reins of Ralsa and the honor of both hosting and unfurling the tricolor in the platinum jubilee of this prestigious institution. Taking a stroll down memory lane, I recollect being an average student. My aunts present here, my sister, they were my tutors and would wish me best of luck when my father called me with maths textbook. I still remember the chastisement received. But dear Papa, it is because of you that I can compute many figures akin to a calculator. Papa's admonishing continued till I cleared my boards with a good first division. I was at Darjeeling when I received the news, and for the first time, a letter of appreciation from him, from my father. After graduation, issue cropped up as to what stream I should take. I wanted to do CA. My father, Dr. D.S. Bhandari, a veterinary doctor who rose up to the post of Director Animal Husbandry, wanted me to be a doctor. My grandfather, Honorable Daulat Malji Bhandari, wanted me to join law. His wish was my command. My mentor, senior advocate Abhay Kumar Bhandari, commonly known as Abbuji amongst lawyers, and who considers me as his eldest son, took my responsibility. I joined morning law classes in year 1983 and started coming to the courts. My uncle took murder cases to acquaint me of sessions trials. I learned the intricacies of drafting writs and replies from my uncle Ajit Kumar Bhandari, senior advocate, and the art of advocacy, hearing stalwarts like G.S. Singhvi Sahab, R.M. Lodha Sahab, Bajranglaji Sharma, Sagarmaji Mehta, M.R. Kalla Sahab, and many others. My exposure to the courts helped me to argue my first case at the High Court on the day I was enrolled. My grandfather, who was not happy as Abbu Chacha declined joining the bench, monitored my preparation for the first direct recruitment written examination, as he wanted someone to keep the legacy going. When I returned after joining, he asked me to take the following oath. कोई भला कहे या बुरा, लक्ष्मी आए या जाए, लाखों वर्षों तक जीऊं या मृत्यु आज ही आ जाए, अथवा कोई कैसा भी भय या प्रलोभन देने आए तो भी न्याय पथ से मेरा कभी न पद डिगने पाए। This is embedded in my heart and has always given me immense strength. I am indebted to the freedom fighters, my grandfather, who was amongst them, and more particularly to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and members of the Constituent Assembly who gave us the Constitution, enabling me to hold this constitutional post. My mother was elated on my elevation. She would often say, when I came as a bride, my father-in-law was a judge, now my son is a judge. The sorrowful part of my journey is that my father-in-law, Dr. I.S. Mehta, was cremated on the day I took oath. My mother-in-law, Saroj Mehta, whom everyone called Nani, took charge of the household chores. She could not sit idle for a minute and worked till her last breath. She was more than a mother to me. Vidhi, my better half, left practice, her passion and hobbies after birth of my specially able daughter. She is desperately waiting for me to step down and shoulder her responsibility. I fall short of words to express my gratitude to her for holding the fort when I was away. My son, Pratik, counsel at Khetan and Company Law Firm, is a self-made man. He never sought for any help from me. My daughter-in-law, Neha, a distinguished banker with SDFC Bank, has blessed our family with two wonderful children, Tarini and Neve. I'm eagerly waiting to spend quality time with my family and relish the joy of grandparenthood. Kriti was a part of Judge's common room. Her first question in the morning is, Papa, are you going to the court? If the answer is in affirmative, her next sentence is, I am also coming. She is an apple of the eye of all the judges who have showered her with love and blessings. Specially abled can also bring positive changes. It is at Kriti's behest that Brother Srivastava Sahib issued orders banning spitting of pan parag and gutka, citing Public Defacement of Property Act. My family, in-laws, and friends have given unfathomable support to us in gloomy days. They have always pepped us up. I extend deep thanks to all near and dear ones. I am blessed that oath was administered to me by Anup Chandji Goyal, who was my first district judge. I had the pleasure of working under the able guidance of Gauri Shankar ji Saraf, G.S. Hora Sahab, Hari Singh ji Punia Sahab, Sajjan Singh ji Kothari, Manakmal ji Mohta, Guman Singh ji, G.S. Solana Sahab, P.N. Khandelwal Sahab, Mahesh Bhagwati ji, many of whom have adorned the dais. I owe special thanks to Justice R.M. Lodha Sahab, ex-Chief Justice of India, who gave me the opportunity to serve at the Apex Court. Myself and parrots at Udaipur, I would correct you, it is not Jodhpur, Udaipur, are beholden to ex-Chief Justice Amani Sahab, who on my request visited the district judge bungalow and after witnessing parrots chirping on the trees, allowed the PIL, parrot interest litigation, and the abode of parrots and the heritage building was saved. I am fortunate that I got opportunity to share bench with outstanding senior judges. I got immense support and help of all sister and brother judges from Jodhpur and Jaipur while sharing bench with them and on administrative side as member of various committees. They have showered unconditional love upon me and my family. The cherished memories will remain with me till my last breath. I will be missing morning ginger tea we had together. Prakash Gupta, former judge, Bhabi Pushpa Gupta, Dr. Manju, and Dr. Kuldeep. Kuldeep is addressed by my sister Anjali as brother without property rights, are eagerly waiting for me to demit office so that we can have musical evenings with Kanasta, a card game. I will soon connect with my school friends, Dr. Rahul, Dr. Rajiv, Inderpal, Rainder, Vinod, and others with whom I was not in touch due to paucity of time. I am fortunate that I got full cooperation and support from all judicial officers and staff across the state. Disposal of around 1,02,000 cases, targeted cases in a short span of 6 months, out of which 56,000 cases were contested cases, point towards their commitment to the institution. Disposal of district courts in last year was 105%. I had to sign 878 certificates, which we have issued to the officers of district judiciary, and it is after a long time that they have been appreciated. I would like to thank Officer Jagat Singh Ji for monitoring targeted cases and for connecting me virtually with all the officers across the state. I am thankful to Pramil Mathur, Registrar General, who will soon be on this side of the dais. All past Registrar Generals and officers and staff of the registry. Ralsa is indebted to Hariom Matri, Member Secretary, and his team who have worked day and night to enable shifting of its office to Vidhi Seva Sadan and for successfully holding national Lok Adalats. As has been pointed out by a past speaker, we have started scholarship, and I had promised to the advocates that the cost fund would be utilized in a proper way, and giving scholarship to 100 specially abled children, 2,500 per month for 2 years. You will now not be feeling bad when cost is imposed by the court. It is being given a proper place. I fondly remember my private secretary, Tikamji, who left for heavenly abode during COVID. My PS, Sunil Solanki, now Govindji, presently Deputy Registrar, have taken good care of all official correspondence. My court master, now Assistant Registrar, Manojji, is a very reliable and efficient person. I would also like to appreciate the team of legal researchers, Arushi, Shivanshi, Shrishti, and Vidhi Singh, and law interns who have assisted me. They were very attentive during court proceedings and would immediately pass on the relevant judgments. I wish them good luck. I'm also grateful to my junior PA, Chandan, Hina, Amit, Mahima, and my support staff, Ashar Banshiji, Ram Bahadur, sweepers, liftman, cook and staff at Judges' Common Room, guards, and entire staff at High Court. I'm grateful to Dr. Ajay Purohit, Dr. Ashok Sharma, and Dr. Rajesh Gupta and their team for looking after our medical needs. I'm thankful to Naren Singh Ji and his protocol team, all chauffeurs, for taking care of our reservations and for providing medical protocol in emergency. I'm also thankful to the guest house manager, Sudeep Mathurji, cooks and staff at guest house, which has made our guest house amongst one of the best in India. I'm deeply indebted to my chauffeurs, Rainderji, Surajji, PSO Jai Singh Ji, Vishambar Singh Ji, Hari Ram Ji, and domestic staff who have not only served us, but in addition to their duties, have taken special care of Kriti. I'm also thankful to all my support staff and colleagues who have been with me in all my previous postings. Young advocates are doing exceptionally well. I urge them to devote more time observing court proceedings, listening to arguments, and understanding the queries posed by the bench. A word of advice to the young lawyers: Facts should be on your tips. Humble request to the seniors, give young lawyers opportunity to argue as they are the torch bearers of the future. Respected Chief Justice and learned speakers have highlighted some of the cases decided by me, but the toughest one was answering the death reference in Jaipur bomb blast case. That was the only case in which I took the files at home. The following day, life threats apart. It appeared as if myself and brother Samir have committed some crime. The only positive comment was the message received from Justice Arun Bhansali, presently Chief Justice at Allahabad High Court. Just scrolled through the judgment delivered yesterday. Can only say it is scholarly written. You have performed a Herculean task. To hear over so many days, comprehend and deliver a verdict on such a sensitive issue is indeed commendable. Unquote. The general impression amongst judges is that while sitting in division bench with senior judges, observe the court proceedings and leave everything to the senior judge. I recollect sitting with Chief Justice Naveen Sena Saab at Jodhpur. Brother Manoj Garg, leading criminal lawyer as he then was, argued for the accused appellant who was sentenced to life imprisonment by the trial court. After hearing for some time, Sena Saab started dictating in open court. As dictation proceeded, I could gather that he was upholding the conviction. I felt uncomfortable and restless, as I thought otherwise, and politely requested the chief to give a second thought. He looked at me, and it was his magnanimity that he posted the matter on the next day. In the morning, I went to the chief's chamber with bullet points. Finally, the appeal was allowed and the accused was acquitted. When we retired to the chambers on that day, he said, "Aapne bacha liya." Just few days thereafter, he handed me the criminal roster, and that, barring short period, continued with me till date. In my entire career, the only case which gave me sleepless nights was one where a juvenile was sentenced to life imprisonment for offense of rape and murder of a girl child. The only evidence in the said case was the DNA report. 2 male DNA samples were obtained from the victim, and both were not matching with the accused. As soon as I took charge of Executive Chairman Ralsa, we preferred a review petition before the apex court. I sincerely hope that justice would be done to the child who was wrongly framed. I am a diabetic on insulin for last 28 years. At times when my blood sugar level was high, I would lose my cool if wrong facts were placed before the court. I seek pardon from each and every person whom I might have hurt knowingly, unknowingly. I can only say that I did what I thought was just and proper. It is now for this August gathering to judge whether I lived up to the oath administered to me by my grandfather. To wrap up, I would just say that if there is a life after death, I wish to serve this institution again. Thank you.
इसमें भी 4 लाइन था गया।